Okay, now we will go through. Okay, welcome all. Okay, now we will go through the P6. I will just mute someone. Normally you can see like there is a different tools and windows here. You can see at the top there is file, edit, view, enterprise, projects, tools. On the left side, these are projects. Then we have projects, resources, and then reports. And on the right side also we have some data. Okay, we will cover all of these one by one, but in our today's session, I will go through enterprise, work breakdown structure, and then we will put some activities, and we will try to make a 5 to 10 activity schedule so that you guys know that how we add the activities, how we make the relationships, and then how we schedule it, and then we can see the critical path and free float and total float. So we will try to make it in next 30 minutes, and then we will finish our lecture, and then I will give you some assignments. Okay, going through the enterprise. So as you guys can see, there is this one, enterprise. You can see my screen, right? P6 screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, as you can see, once I click on this enterprise, there's different
Yes,
things here.
and I think
Tell me.
recording is not recording is I think it is not on recording.
No, it's being recorded. It's okay. Recording is ongoing. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now what we will do is, just 1 second. Yeah, as you can see here, so we have different kind of, in the drop down menu, we have projects, we have enterprise structure, we have tracking, project portfolios, resources, roles, and all these kind of different things. Okay, now at site, we don't use all of them, but we use some of them. So what I will do is, in our next lectures and in today's lecture, we will try to cover one by one what we mainly use at site or during practical planning. So the first one is enterprise structure. Whenever you start your project, or whenever you start the P6 itself, you go through the enterprise project structure. So this will come up something like that, depends on your schedule or your P6. I will just minimize this one. And then you can see here there is an add button. So I will add this one. So what we are adding here, we are adding enterprise structure here now. So I click add here. Now the speed is relatively less for my system because this is web-based ePPM, as I told you earlier. But yours one, it will be quicker because those are standalone. So let's call it, we can give it one name. We can give it, let's say MW. So MW are actually my initials, Muhammad Waqas. So what I'm trying to do is I am self-promoting myself. Okay, then we have, I will put here, let's say P6. Let's call it 1 because I don't want to write something else because this is my company laptop, and I will close it. Okay, so this is how we add the enterprise. But okay, I will go back again. So as I did one, so as you can see, there is one enterprise. In addition to that, I can also add more within this enterprise. For example, I added again. Let it come. Okay, so this one, if you see this arrow, if I put it here, for example, okay, now it's two added. So now this one, as you can see, they are going into this one. So if I close this, you can see only one, but if I open it with the plus, you can see two. So I can call it, for example, P62, and then I call it P63. So this is how we add this enterprise structure. And then I will close it. So once this enterprise structure is done, I will go into enterprise again and I will open the projects. Okay. So now these projects are open. I will just try to close all those enterprises. I will right click and I will collapse to, let's call it level 2. So as we can see here, our enterprise is here, which is just we added. And I will open it and I will try to add a program into this one, the schedule into this one, or the project into this one. Okay, so what I will do, I will go again to the same. You can see this plus button, right? I will just click on this plus button. Now we are using this plus button for to add the project, to add the new project. Earlier we were using the same plus button to add the enterprise because we are in different windows. So this was the window of enterprise. Now we are in the windows of project, and you can see this window here also. So he's telling me, okay, which EPS you want to select, which one okay, you can click it here, and then we'll go at the end and we will say, okay, we select P63, for example, and I will add it here, and then I will make it next. The next one is asking me, okay, what is project ID? Let's call it MW1, the project ID. And what is project name? Let's call it, what we can name it, exercise 1. Exercise, okay. Can anyone define the spelling of exercise for me? This is correct, I think, right? Or this is wrong?
EXER.
Say again.
EXER.
Exercise, right? Okay, exercise 1 we will call it. I will go next. Now this one, we should never put must finish date, okay? Again, I will repeat. We will never click this one, okay? We will not put any date here. Because if we put a date here, then our schedule will not give us good results. So always we will keep this one empty and we'll go next. Just remember this, all of you. Must finish by, we will never put it. Then I will go next. Responsible manager, I will keep it as it is. Then I will go next. We will not change anything here. Next. So this is the thing I was telling you guys, like we don't need to go into each of the box. As I skipped 3 of them, but I work on 2 of them. So we're not working on everything which is in the P6. We are working on whatever we are supposed to do something. Okay, and then I will close it. So now you can see in, okay, just 1 second. In T63, there is a project which we just added. Now what we will do is I will right click and we will open this project. Okay, some of them are like Heather, Asif, and maybe Zen also. They know that how this Primavera works. But I need to tell it because Mumtaz and I think Sajid also, because they are newcomers. And so for them, I'm just going through it. Now you see here, and we have opened a project which is written at the top here, MW1, exercise 1, but inside there is nothing because we have not added anything yet. So what we will do is, we will do one thing. Now I have to add first. Once there is a project, I can do 2 things. I can add WBS and I can also add activities. But the ideal way is we need to define WBS first. So in any of the project, always WBS is typical. Okay, let me go to the WBS first. Okay, this symbol, if you see here, 2 blue boxes, this is WBS. This is work breakdown structure, like how you are breaking your works, because your project consists of many elements, but then we need to break them down because you cannot go into the summary or something. So therefore we take help from WBS. Once I click it, it opened an other window for me, but at the moment there is no WBS here. There is only one project, and therefore we will start adding WBS here, and again we will use the same plus button. So you can see now that this plus button we are using for different purpose, for the same purpose in different windows. Now I will just ask Asif or Heather, can you please tell me what is the typical WBS in construction so that, and we will write it here. Any of you? Guys, please.
Yes, Engineer Vakas. First
Uh,
WBS
yes,
Okay. Heather, I think you are
it is
slow, huh?
milestones.
No, okay, you need to, Heather, you need to mute. I
Yes.
will go with Asif because he was the first one. Yes, Asif.
yeah. First, in the construction WBS, there was a general WBS. First one is general WBS.
No,
In
no,
general
my
WBS,
friend,
there would
listen,
be the
listen, listen.
milestone.
No, no, there is no general WBS, okay? The first one will be milestones, okay?
Yeah,
So this
I'm
will
telling
be
you
our
that in the okay
this will be our first milestone. The first WBS will be milestones.
milestone,
Okay. What will be the second one?
and the second one is will be the mobilization.
Okay, we can call it mobilization or better put it general requirements.
Yeah.
Okay. But then mobilization can come within general requirements. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then what we will add it. As you guys can see, I am just adding another one. But once I add it, it is coming under this general requirements.
General.
But then with this
Yes.
arrow in the bottom right corner, I am just making it towards left. Okay, so that they should be on the same level because this is our main WBS. So after general requirements, Asif, what it should be?
Yeah. After there would be the engineering,
We will go to engineering and then
then procurement,
I will add another one and we will call it procurement and
then construction,
then we will call it construction and then
testing and commissioning,
we'll call it testing and commissioning and then the last one,
then
it should be the last one.
hand close out or handover.
Okay, we will call it handover. Okay,
Yeah.
so guys, so this is our like the typical WBS. Even if you have never worked in any, like it's your first day in the project and you go to office and you tell them that I know this typical WBS, at least they will understand that you are a planning engineer. Because someday someone will ask you in, let's say, in an interview, once you are giving it, especially for Mumtaz and Sajid and Zain, okay, Asif and anybody, they can ask, okay, can you please brief a typical WBS of your project? So this will be always a typical WBS. And then we will try to fill within this WBS, like what we need to fill. Okay, now I am in WBS window, as you can see. Let me go into the activities window. But the thing is, I cannot see anything here. Can someone tell me why? Because ideally, whatever is here, it should be here also. But somehow I cannot see. Heather, you have any idea? Or Zan or Asif?
Because we have not defined any activity to do.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
okay,
And
good.
filter.
Okay, just 1 second. Good. Yeah, you are right. We didn't define any activities, therefore we cannot see. But in any case, I want to see my WBS. Where is it? So we will go into
Sorry,
this.
sir.
No, it's okay. We will go into this
Sir,
group and yeah. Tell me.
sir, your voice is very low. Can you please?
It's for everybody or
Uh,
only for Asif?
Uh,
We have, sir.
Say again.
Sound is very low, sir.
Sound is very low.
yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, but it was okay before or just
It is here, now, April, sir. that is okay.
noise okay?
Before that, it is a little bit okay. No, it is okay, sir.
Okay, so if you look here, I went into group and sort this icon, and you see here it's written hide if empty.
Head FM empty. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because our WBS was empty. There was no activities there. So therefore, I will just uncheck it. My voice is clear now?
Yes, sir. Now is clear.
Okay. Anyhow, I already bought one microphone, but it's on the way from Amazon. So maybe I will receive today evening, or yeah, it was supposed to come today morning, but somehow they didn't deliver it. So hopefully next class we will not have any issue. Okay, once I will uncheck this one, now you will see the result. You see, whatever we define there, it is here now. Because sometimes, okay, because we are juniors and we don't know that what's happening, so you will find this one empty. And if I let me do it again. Now, if I again check it, you will not see it. Okay. So this is a very pro tip, because you will find this issue in your projects. Now what we will do is I will try to add some activities into this construction only, so that I can tell you guys what is critical path and what is free float and what is total float. And then I will give you some exercises and we will close this session. So again, in the construction, same way we will add those activities. For example, here, let's call it, can we make the same breakfast exercise here? Or you guys want to do something else, like something from what we call it?
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, please make it construction.
construction, right?
Go to the, yes, construction activities.
Okay, so in that case, let's do one thing. I will add one more WBS into the construction, because okay, I am civil background, so I am going everything with civil. Sorry, Zan, for that, and also Asif, because you both are electrical guys, but I think mainly we are civil engineers. Heather, Mumtaz, Sajid, myself. Okay, so construction we have two. I will call it let's call it, what can we call it? Substructure, structure, and then I will call the next one superstructure. And I will go back here. So, okay, anyone can tell me what is substructure?
Below the superstructure.
The activities that are under the ground,
Yeah, the
under the ground
activities
level.
which are below superstructure and in the ground itself. So where soil is supporting some elements, we call them substructure. And the superstructure,
Like
it's like,
we can say below the grade slab.
yeah, below the grade slab, below the all the elements which are touching with the soil, we call it substructure. With the earth, I mean. If any
Sorry,
element,
sir, again, sir.
if any element,
Okay, sir.
if it is touching the soil or the earth, we call it
Okay.
substructure.
Right.
And
Right.
any element above the earth is called superstructure. Okay, let's add some activities. For example, in substructure, what we do normally. Heather, be with me now. I believe you know things. Give me the first activity. I will give you the first, you can give me the second.
Excavation. And sorry, my internet is not stable.
No problem. You can
This
speak.
excavation.
Okay, after excavation.
Then anti-termite. Then blinding.
Then
the reinforcement of footing.
Waterproofing, sir.
I'll go with waterproofing.
Yes, waterproofing. Reinforcement.
No, then we need to protect waterproofing, so we will do screed. Okay, then I will do the reinforcement. And then I will cast it. Okay. So this is, we are casting either a foundation, let's call it casting foundation. or I will call it casting of foundation. So now this is our substructure. So you already casted the foundations, or let's call it slab on grade. Okay. Now earlier, as Zen was asking, like how you define those activities. Okay, this is a typical activities in any civil construction project. And by default, we should know these activities. But in any case, we need to again sit with our construction manager or project manager, and we need to agree with him. Okay, maybe in some cases they will say, okay, there is no need of anti-termite, so we can exclude this activity. Then there is no need to put this activity. They can tell you, okay, we will not do the casting, or I mean, they can say anything, and we need to consider that. The point is, like, we need to consider what they are saying. So once you did the casting, then we move towards the superstructure. I will tell you guys one trick. Once I will fill it, you don't need to worry that we need to type everything. We don't need to type everything. I will tell you that we can make it very quick. Now for the superstructure. Okay, Heather, again, you are with me, or? So we'll go to column reinforcement.
Sir, beam and slab.
No, we will do the column formwork. Okay. Then we will do
Pouring.
column casting. Okay. So once
Yeah.
this is done, then I will proceed with formwork of slab. Okay, then we have reinforcement of slab, and then we will have
casting slabs.
very good. We will have slab casting or casting of slab. So now this is our typical. Now we reach up to casting. So the activities are defined now. Okay, let's do, what should be the next step? Anyone can tell me? Now I have the activities. Okay, now we need to give relationships. Okay, we need to relate these activities. Okay, there is multiple ways to give relationships. The one way, okay, I can come here. I will just take it up, this window, and you can see here there's a relationship column. Okay, I will click here, for example, on anti-termite. So as you can see, this is written predecessor. So predecessor is what is the previous one. So predecessor is like, just to give a stupid example, predecessor is my father and successor is my son. Okay, we normally see, we normally hear the word successor because, okay, who is the successor of, let's call it any Mughal emperor. But we never understood what predecessor is, or they rarely talk about predecessor. So predecessor is like a father and successor is like a son. So what is the predecessor of anti-termite? It's excavation, right? So I will come here, assign. So this is a one way to assign, to make a relationships. And I will go to, I will click on this excavation activity and I will put this add. Okay, now if you see this activity is here, you see it's linked. These two activities are linked now. Which two? Let me show you guys. So I will just put there is one relationship. Where is it? Okay, this one we use it for relationship. So you see here, everybody can see, I believe. Sometimes you guys have to write in chat that what I'm saying, you are with me or not. You can put yes in chat if everybody can see that this is a relationship. Okay, this is one way to give a relationship. Then I will go into another way to give a relationship. For example, anti-termite and blinding. After anti-termite, it would be blinding, right? Let me just, okay. After anti-termite, it should be blinding. So I will come here for the successor also, and I will put on the blinding, and I will link it here also. So now you can see, okay, this blinding is also linked. So these three activities we already link. Excavation is linked with anti-termite. I will go to anti-termite is linked with blinding, and then I will go to blinding is not linked with anything. Now I want to link blinding with waterproofing. So that was the one way I told you how to make relationship. The second way is you will click this one first, and then you will click the next one. So the first click will be predecessor, the next click will be successor, and you will right click, and I will make it link activities. Okay, done. And if you look here, now waterproofing and blinding is connected now, right? By the same way, I can link 4 activities. So I want to link waterproofing with screed, with reinforcement, with, if you look here, link activities. Now, if you see, waterproofing is linked with screed. Screed is linked with reinforcement. Reinforcement is linked with casting of foundation. So this is another way. One more way I will tell you. You can also link from here. For example, you will take from here. Okay, no problem. Okay, you will take from here. You see, this is coming now, and you will link it with this one. This is also another way. But the best way and easiest way is to link like this. You will select all together. So how you can select them? You will select it. You will press shift and go to the next activity. And this is again link activities. Okay. And then all these activities, if you see here, the relationships are coming on the right side. No, but I linked all of them, but still they are finishing and starting on the same date. You see here, it's 14 March, 18 March. Why? What is the reason? Anybody can tell me? Anyone?
These are sir, start to start.
No. If you look here,
Duration, sir.
this is relation is finished to start everywhere.
Yes.
Sajid, what you were saying?
Duration, sir. Duration same.
Yeah, duration is same. You are right, but I linked them. Okay, how I linked it? What I am saying is, once anti-termite will finish, blinding will start. So okay, you are right. Like there is a same duration of 5 days, but it should be here, and the next one should be here somewhere, right? But I did it. It is not showing. The reason is because I have not scheduled it. So once you link it, you have to schedule them. If I come into, this is the schedule window, okay? We can press it F9, but also we can just click on this, and you can see that 14 March is our data date. So data date is like, it's very important in our construction, the data date. Data date is like, we are fixing, like we are taking up to this date only. Today the date can be, for example, 20 March, but my data date can be 14 March, or my data date can be 25th of March. Okay, so I will schedule this one now. You will see the result. Have you guys see? Everything moved. Now why this one is green and these are red? Anyone again?
Yes, red line are the critical path
The
activities,
red lines are the
and
critical.
the green one.
Very good, very good. So let me do one thing. So okay, I will add one column here. So you can add columns from here. So this one, we use it for columns. I will just let them go, and I will go into duration, and I will took 2 columns, total float and free float. Okay. Okay. Now if you see, all these activities, apart from the first one, which is green, is having some float, 60 or 60. But all the critical activities is having float of 0. Because by definition, the critical activities should have 0 float. Like if we delay this activity, it will delay the full project. So for example, we were supposed to finish this activity in 5 days. And our project was finishing on 17 May, the last activity, right? Now, let me go to Sajid. If I make this activity 10 days, what will happen? Sajid? Okay, I can't hear you. But if I make it 10 days, it will shift the full project by 5 days because it was 5 days earlier. So I add additional 5 days. Now, if I schedule it, you will see this 17 May will be 22nd May. You see? Because what I did is I just increase the duration of this activity. So what the point here is, like, if you don't finish your critical activity on time, it will delay your project. If you take more time on critical activities, it will delay your project. If your work is slow due to any reason, we will not go into reasons, it can be any reason, you will delay your project. And if you delay your project by 5 days, you will get, sorry to say, but you will get blasted by the client that how can you delay the project by 5 days. Of course, the project are in delay, but they will keep on criticizing you. Okay, as you can see here, it's all 5 days. Now I am thinking to stop it here for today. And then in the next lecture, we will start from what we call it. We will look more into this critical path and total floats because only 4 minutes left of this, what we call it, of this recording or of this session. So what we will do is tomorrow, or I mean the next week, we will go through, we'll again do this one. We will look into critical path, the total floats, and all other kind of activities. Is it okay for all of you guys, or?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
understand.
Okay. In addition to that, I want to give some, what we call it, I will give you some, let's call it assignment for this week. Okay. So what you guys will do in your own system, you guys will make this one, the EPS, like the same way which we made. Then you will make the same WBS, the one we made it. And further, you will add the activities. Okay. All the
Yes,
activities
sir.
which I added today, so you will do in your system. So this is assignment number 1, or I will call it assignment number 2. Once you will do it, you will take the screenshot of this and you will paste it in PowerPoint. Okay. And then you guys will send me the PDF of that PowerPoint so that I can review. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir. Clear.
The next thing, you guys will make a one calendar on P6 in the same project which you guys have made. You will also assign one calendar, and the calendar will be there. You will add 3 calendars. One will be, the name of the calendar will be consultant and authority approval, and it will be 5 days into 10 hours. Heather and Asif, maybe Sajid also, they know a little bit, but you guys have to Google, YouTube, ChatGPT, like how to make this calendar. And it will not take you more than 10 to 15 minutes if you are smart. We could have done in this session, but I don't want to do everything myself. So the best way to learn it, you have to do it. And then you will add one more calendar.
The software.
Say again.
We don't have software, so if
I
you
will
give
send
access
you a
of
link for the
software.
software. Okay. You have laptop, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will send you a link for software, YouTube link, and then you can download it. In case if you find any issue, you will contact Muhammad Asif, the same guy in the group. Okay.
Sir, but these all things are related to construction. There is nothing related to electrical. So how can we do according to electrical?
Okay, so in that case, if you are an electrical engineer, you will make, no, this is not related to electrical or civil. As a basics, it's related to construction. In the construction, you have electrical and civil. Okay. So in this case, you will give me something from the electrical point of view. Like, okay, the building is ready. You have to install cable trays. You have to install ducts. You have to install transformers. You have to install some cable connections. So you will add those kind of activities. And you will see that I will share electrical project with you, and you will see all those activities there. Okay, let me
Yes,
be
if
quick.
there is electrical project, it is good.
I will give you. Okay, there is only 1 minute left. We will close this one, and then the third one you will add this calendar also. So this is assignment number 3 for the next week, and then you will go through these user interface and admin preferences which are here. I put it for you guys. You will go into your P6. You will look into the same. You will adjust all these things. Okay, and then you will take a screenshot. Keep mine here, but add